Hello everybody, hello, thank you for joining me here. My name is Veronika Sucha and I'm a coach and mentor for those who don't know me, and those who do know me will probably notice a different background because I'm traveling right now. But I really wanted to share this because this question of being busy or being productive has been kind of with me past 2 weeks, and I think the feeling of being busy and not really getting much done, I think we all probably can relate to that. So I wanted to share a little bit more insights and also some tools how to change this going forward. So often when I work with clients, people who come to me for sessions, often one of the issues they come that they need more time, that they don't have enough time to do what they want to do. Well, the question is, the more real question is about how we use the time we have, because we all have 24 hours. So how we using it most effectively to get where we actually wanting to get. Because if we look closer to it, and if we look honestly, often we find out that we spend a lot of time procrastinating, and it has many different phases, which I'll come to in a minute. But often that procrastination and spending time with that then may show up as a lack of time to do the things we actually want to do. So with the procrastination, I can sort of group them a little bit to make it easier. So there are those obviously known, those generally people aware of procrastination, for example, like scrolling the Facebook feed or watching the Netflix. Though often even these, when we're doing these actions, we know we're procrastinating. It's not even easy to stop these, the ones we know about. Then there is kind of another section of those which are slightly more hidden. So for example, trying to get things perfect, getting stuck into details. And that actually becomes procrastination because we're not being very productive, we're not moving, we're not really focusing on the big things, we go focusing on the little things. Then another one, and that's really big one, is distraction, which is really big these days, with everything what is going on, and that's always been in the news. And another form of distraction is also getting into discussions with people, for example, with people we don't even know, random people on the street, on the bus, have a comment, people kind of get into it, and then it's those type of actions that before you know it, a lot of time has passed, and then second, you often even change your state of being. So you might become angry or you might become annoyed, and that's kind of a couple of the signs which are easy to notice. The last one I want to talk to, which is often very hidden, is the one being busy. Because actually with being busy, we're doing stuff, we're taking actions, we're doing we're going through our task list, we feel we kind of on the track, but often what happens at the same time, because we are doing this, we have these excuses. I am actually busy, I am busy, I am doing the right things and so on, which may be true. But often what happens is that we get busy with the less important things. And then we kind of postpone those key big ones because they may be challenging, or we might not know how to do them at that point. And I wanted to give my example here because that happened to me fairly recently. Then I had my plan, what I want to do, everything was feeling like that's all going well. And when I looked at it end of the week, I kept very busy. Every day I was really busy, and then in the end of the day I was really tired. In the end of the week I was exhausted and I was ready for the weekend. And then I looked at my list end of the week, and what I've noticed that out of the, let's say, 10 things I had as important to do this week, many of them were important and I did, but I noticed there were two fairly big things in the end of the week, and they were left undone. And they were exactly what I realized when I looked at it, that they were exactly those, if I had done those, would have made the biggest difference and would have taken me the biggest steps and would actually do what I'm trying to do, rather than getting stuck in all those other things and just feeling like I'm doing stuff. But actually I realized I was procrastinating, and it's kind of like a self-sabotage, because what procrastination is about, it's always going outside of your comfort zone, outside of our comfort zone, because the things that are challenging, the tasks that are challenging in many different ways, there's always a huge growth behind them, and our subconscious just wants to keep us safe, wants to keep us sort of a little bit smaller, don't really, go very much. And then we create fears. We create fears of failure. We create fears of success. So why am I sharing this? Because it happens to all of us. I'm sure you can fully relate to this. And by me sharing this, hopefully will be easier to everyone watching. Then when it happens to you, you will pay more attention to it and you will be able to notice it faster. Because what we don't want to do, it's fine, and we all are run by patterns and these kind of habitual thinkings and habitual behaviors. That's all good, that's all natural, that's all human. But what we don't want to do, we don't want to stuck in them for too long. Then maybe 6 months time, you look around and you go like, oh my God, what have I been doing? So this is the point of me sharing it. So what to do? So now, what to do with this? That's the question, because as I said, it's very natural, it all happens. So as soon as you become aware, the main point is just to become aware, obviously, and then acknowledge it. Acknowledge it in the way, if you can laugh about it, great. If not in that point, fine. But acknowledge it with no judgment. That is super, super crucial thing, because going into judgment and blaming yourself, somebody else, you're only getting into another layer of destruction. So acknowledging it without any judgment, and then you can pause, and then you can pause and choose the way you want to go forward. You can say, okay, do I want to do this and stay because I don't want to challenge myself right now, or I'm going to go for it, I'm going to go for the growth, and I'm going to go for the things I really, really want. Or maybe you realize, okay, I want to do this, but I may need help, and that's perfect, because often when we're at the edge of doing something challenging, what often stops us back, that we don't know how. So getting help is actually an amazing step, and most people can achieve loads more.